We are live. You're welcome, man. We see, yeah, I've just had a crazy back-to-back, stuff going on with me down here. Came back from work, had a show with my man. Had to cancel the first stream because we had a problem with that stream, and now I'm doing back to back again now with Ola of the United family. Hey guys, you are welcome to the Rival Show. Ola, you are
Uh,
welcome to the show. Just kindly talk to the viewers, man.
yeah, we are back again. But now, like, I'm in a very good mood
Back
because,
again.
uh, yeah, but like coming off the back of a very good win against Liverpool, you should expect
Yeah,
a very good show today. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Ola, I just want you to just give me an in-depth analysis of what happened between Liverpool and Manchester United on Monday night. What went on in
Like
that game? Just tell me.
it was unexpected. You won't expect that result. Like it was very shocking. While watching the game, we were very kind of scared. Like I was speak for myself. I was scared. I was like,
Yeah.
hope it will be a 5-0, 4-0, like a typical Manchester United performance. But I was shocked the way
Yeah.
the boys were playing with high intensity, going for every tackles, every ball. Like it just shows that if these players want to play, they can. And
Yeah.
I know some fans want to give Liverpool the excuse of they don't have this player, have that player. It was basically a very good Liverpool side, a side that could beat United comfortably. They had Salah, they had Diaz, they had Van Dijk, Robertson, Alexander Arnold. Most of their players, except from the midfield that they had injury issues with Thiago out and Fabio not starting that game. But it was a very fantastic display
Yeah.
from Manchester United. Like the players look up for it, and that was what I told you in before the game. I told you games like this, form goes out the window. These players,
Yeah.
they can't step up in these games if they want to step up. And the fans were also buzzing. Coming off the Glazers out protest of that day, the fans they were loud. Like it was a very good performance for Manchester United.
Yeah, yeah, but there was something that I also just what I was telling my man. Uh, Manchester United came out from that game with a 30% ball possession, while Liverpool were with about 70. What will you really say about that? Because I'm someone that's very, very keen on
Uh,
ball possession in games because it really shows
yeah,
how
but
teams dominate games. So Manchester United 30, Liverpool 70. Do you think Manchester United still has
but
that power to continue with that kind of ball possession?
But with that, I feel like what Moment said, ball possession does will not win you a game. We won the game. Liverpool had the ball possession. We went away with the 3 points. Liverpool went away with 0 points. So fine, you have to build on. You have to build the momentum. You have to like Manchester United have to build on that and make sure they can hold the ball, play better football. I get that, but this is a very good Liverpool side. That's
Yeah,
even the Man Cities, the Chelseas, they know what they get when they play against Liverpool. So you can't just come there and want to dominate them because we are a work in progress. We are just building this team. Like we are starting afresh under a new manager in Ten Hag, and at this point, as as long as we want to build this team, you have to get the results also.
yeah,
You have to try to grind out the result and get the points because if you keep building the team and you keep losing every game, but you are playing fantastic football, you are having ball possessions, you will end up 20th on the table and you
on the
end up
table.
relegated. So you have to so you have to get the points at the end of the day, which we did, and that was fantastic.
Can you take me through the main battles in that game? Like, what were the main battles in that game? Was it like at the midfield? Was it just that Manchester United 18-year box? What was really the game dynamics? Where was the battle in that game?
I felt like Manchester United banked on Milner and Henderson playing in the midfield of that game. We know
Okay.
they are no longer young. And we had Matomine, Ericsson, and uh, Bruno run around them. Make sure they don't have enough time on the ball before they even
Yeah.
hold the ball. Those players were on them. Rashford and Sancho were on the two wing backs, Robertson and Alexander Arnold. Just not giving them that space and time to put in those crosses, put in those passes that we know they do on a daily, which
On a
is basically
daily.
their style of play. So like the person was there from minutes one of that game. They took the game to them. They made sure Liverpool are not settled because if you get the likes of Henderson and Milner, they are not the youngest, but they have that quality. And if you give them the space on the ball, they can bring out something brilliant. So we make sure they didn't have that space and time on the ball, and with the pressure, we're able to get that first goal. In the second half, we got the second goal. And I feel we could have gotten like four, it might have been 4 goals or 5 goals. We had the chance that Rashford missed. We had the
Yeah.
Elanga chance that he should have scored. He should have
Yeah.
scored that chance, the one that hit the bar. So, like, it would have been an easy 4-0 win in favor of Manchester United. But it's a big game. And Liverpool got their goal in the second half, which was basically it wasn't like they created the chance or it was just a save from De Gea and a rebound from Salah that went in. So I felt Liverpool didn't like the issue I have with that game is they came with a game plan, but as as the match started and they saw that United has were putting that pressure on them, they didn't know what to do. They were there, they were shocked. And coming off the back of a 2-0 win that Bedford and Bedford won us 4-0 and Brighton won us 2-0. The
Yeah.
Liverpool team will feel this should be an easy game, which I feel
Very easy
they'll
game.
also be shocked. They will also be shocked from that performance because all the players were up for it. We saw Malasia like pocketing
But
Salah. We
no,
saw even
we're going to
Dallo.
go especially into that Malaysia
Uh,
guy. Yeah,
yeah,
out of everyone who played in that Manchester United game,
yeah,
it was that Malaysia guy. He was running. He was everywhere. He was
yeah,
making tackles. He was collecting fouls. You can see the hunger, and
yeah.
it surprises me because this is the this is his first. I think it's his first full
Yes, it's
appearance
first start.
for
Yes,
Manchester
first start.
United.
Yeah,
So for a guy like
yeah.
that to just come around and just have that
Against
kind of
Salah for that
showing
matter.
against Salah,
Against
and he,
Salah, nah, was a very brilliant
he's
performance. But
exactly he's making
but
tackles, he's running everywhere. What do you really? How do you see this guy? I know he's new, and I don't want you to pile so much pressure on him,
yeah.
but what can you tell me about this guy and his performance
But
in that
Tony,
match?
remember I told you at some point you'll see the likes of Maguire out of this team. You'll see the likes of Luke Shaw out of this team, regardless of the fact that Maguire was captain. I told you he would be on the bench at some point. The coach just he had to give him that first game, second game, and let's see what he could do. So
Yeah,
and before that game, all the pundits and the so-called ex-players were already tackling the manager that he benched his captain, he benched Ronaldo, this and that. And at the end of the
yeah,
game, they didn't have anything to say because he won. If if we had lost that game, everyone would be blaming the coach for not starting Ronaldo and
for
for
not
not starting
starting
Maguire,
Ronaldo.
even though even though they know Maguire is shit, but the England favoritism is still there. So that's why I feel it took a lot of balls for the coach to bench Lucio, bench Maguire, bench Ronaldo. He brought in Varane. Varane and Martinez look very good. Malasia, that like I was surprised about that performance because this was his first start in the league
I was
against Mo
shocked.
Salah of all players. Like
He's
it was,
strong. He was
it
running
was really
everywhere.
good. And and even on the opposite wing, Dallo too was good.
Yeah,
Like you would have thought Diaz would absolutely kill Dallo, but Dallo was good. And what I noticed in that game was they didn't give them the time on the ball. Once they are on the
Tony.
ball, they are putting in that pressure
Ola,
immediately, hitting them very hard, making sure they don't.
let's take some comments. Tony Gerard is
Yeah,
making me
yeah,
laugh here.
true.
He says
Yeah,
Malaysia is a special breed. I really like him. Let's see if he can, if they bring that same intensity this week.
yeah,
Ola,
Yeah.
see, we really have much things to talk about. Bro, there's lots of things to talk about Manchester United today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony Gerrard brings out one point. Let's see
Yeah.
if they
True.
can bring that same intensity this week. And he says something. We'll still come back to that statement he said. He said, until Varane breaks down again. Tony Gerrard is so funny. I'll take you back to that first comment he said. Let's see if they can bring
Okay.
that same intensity this week again. Ola, I want you to objectively, because you're a presenter, objectively look
Yeah.
into this issue right now. Do you think Manchester United coming out from this win against Liverpool on a high to beat Liverpool, a team that people are saying that will likely win the league, even if they still lost this game and drew their first two games? Do you think Manchester United can go on a run of games consistently and win these games from this win they've just gotten from Liverpool? What do you think?
I feel it's a very good win against Liverpool, and it will give you a very good momentum going into the next game. But this question is a very good question because I feel all United fans who are waiting to see what happens against Southampton.
Exactly.
If if we can replicate the intensity and what we did against Liverpool against Southampton. And the difference with that in that is Liverpool are a very attacking side. They are more open. Against Southampton, they will sit back and we have to beat them down. We have that quality. We have the capacity. And these players putting that same performance in breaking down this Southampton team and getting the goals, we don't know. So until the game on Saturday, 12:30, Nigerian time. Let's see what happens. But all United fans want to see this same intensity, this same squad first, this same set of players. I don't think anything should change, maybe, except maybe McTominay and Casemiro coming in for McTominay, which might be okay. And if McTominay starts, fine. But now we need to break them down because they will sit back and want to hit us on the counter. But I feel with Varane and Martinez, we have two defenders that are very fast that can always recover quickly, different to
Yeah.
Maguire. Once Maguire loses the ball, he doesn't have that pace to recover. So I feel with my and like he said in the other comments, he was talking about Varane breaking down. We know Varane is injury prone, but like people say, until
Very injury
it's
prone.
you don't you don't fix it. So as long as he's fit, you have to keep him playing. And even when he's not fit, I would rather see Victor Lindelof ahead of Maguire because Lindelof is faster than Maguire, is better playing holding the ball up and playing with his
Yeah.
feet than Maguire. So anything other than Maguire and Luke Shaw, I'm ready for that because they need to sit down on the bench and look at what these players are doing. We can't just keep starting players because of favoritism. Ronaldo, he will play at some point, but he should know he can't start all games. Sometimes you have to come off the bench and get the goals. He will get the goals, he will get the chances, but he can't keep playing 90 minutes like he was doing under other managers. And that's why I feel Ten Hag, I would give Ten Hag credit for Liverpool because he had balls to bench Maguire, Luke Shaw, and even Cristiano Ronaldo. So,
Ola,
like,
you
it was
remember
just a
in
fantastic
the
display from the boys.
Ola, you remember in the last rival show, me and you were talking. We had a honest discussion about Maguire and his role in that team.
Yeah,
We saw what happened against Brentford when Manchester United faced Brentford.
yeah,
I keep saying Maguire when he's in that back four, when he's in that Manchester team sheet playing on the day, he's like an headless chicken. Me and you, we we both laughed to this because
mm-hmm.
he's that kind of
Yeah,
defender that looks for who to blame instead of
yeah,
just
doing his own
mark
job.
your guy, do your job. Why are you looking for who to
Yeah,
blame first, and then they go, these strikers come and score lots of goals against you guys. Now, Ten Hag did the right thing that most Manchester United fans really wanted it to happen.
yeah,
Bench Maguire. That's the first thing the coach
yeah,
was supposed to do. Now, Ten Hag did that. mind you, Maguire is also still the captain of Manchester United. Most coaches
Yeah,
like their team captain to be a playing captain in the team, because when you're
yeah,
in the team,
yeah.
you can actually lead that team. Now that Maguire would definitely see the bench or taste that bench for at least a run of games, as far as we can see right now, do you really feel that not having a Maguire in that team and who is your captain will cause unrest in that Manchester United camp?
As far as we keep having good performances and we keep winning the games and getting the results, I don't think anyone will be worried about a particular captain not starting. And I always keep saying this, that Maguire is our captain, but he's basically one of the worst players on the pitch anytime he plays, because of the style of play we want to play. Maguire might go to Chelsea and be a good player because of the style they want to play. They might use a three defense and two wing back style, and he will flourish in that style, and that's why he's flourishing in England. Because people always made that comparison to Manchester United, and when he's playing in the England team, if they play a different formation, they play a more defensive formation. Even using Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice, two defensive midfielders in front of Maguire again, to show you how defensive the England pattern is. So it's
In the
different to
English
Manchester United.
team,
We want to be,
is decent, but in that when he
yes,
dons that Manchester United shirt, he's like a different guy. Like s- he's just
yeah,
different. He's
and that's
graceful.
what I'm just explaining, that the style of play is different. We can all see in a more defensive style of play, he will flourish because he doesn't have to do a lot of running, doesn't have to do a lot of ball holding. He has people to do that for him. He just sit back there and clear out the ball with his head and the rest. But when it comes to the United team, we want to play on the front foot. We want to play a more fluid style. We want to like play attacking football. And you can't play
Yeah,
attacking football if your centre backs and your wing backs can't come move high up the pitch. And
I
that's the
hope.
issue we have in Maguire. Once he moves, he's not aware of his surroundings. Once he moves, he forgets what's going on. Then he loses the ball, and we are on the back foot. So these things are what are things that are important. And now every player knows if you don't play well, you don't come into this team sheet. So to make them put
Exactly.
more effort, more work in training, and even Maguire might later come good. We don't know. But for now, he has to sit
Yeah.
on the bench and realize that he's not good enough. He's not as good as he thinks he is, because he thinks he's one of the best in the world. His post-match interview, sometimes the way he talks, you think he's prime Sergio Ramos, whereas is worse. And
Well,
that's the reason why I think Chelsea fans shouldn't make the mistake of signing Fofana for 80 million. Because at the end of the day, if most likely it will come bad for them, because signing a defender that has not really done anything in the Premier League, just one good season for 80
yeah.
million, we know what could happen. The price tag is also what's affecting Maguire. If we got him for 30 million or 35 million, we won't be blaming him this much. But because he cost 80 million and he's also the captain, that's why the backlash on him is much.
Is
So he
much.
has to sit
Yeah.
on the bench and watch
Yeah.
watch and see
I
how the
think
how
that
the game
80
is going.
million. I think that 80 million price tag is, it really affected his gameplay in Manchester United. Although in his first season,
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It was okay. But in recent
yeah,
seasons, he has
it's
been
all right.
shocking. He has been, totally shocking. And, I don't really feel that Manchester United going forward will need to field Maguire again. I heard Chelsea want to get him.
Yeah,
With Chelsea, it might be a little bit different because they have, a different dynamic when they are looking at
yeah, dynamic
defensive
and approach
setup,
to the game.
yeah, in approach to the game, and they have some old heads there who can still be able
Yeah,
to, help him out. So Silva is experienced, Koulibaly is experienced. So at
yeah,
least if you pair him with one of those guys, you can still get a little bit of traction from him.
yeah,
But
yeah.
let's see how that goes. What do you say about Rashford? Uh, in our last discussion in the rival show, we're talking about where the goals will come in for Manchester
Come from,
United.
yeah,
And sincerely, I looked at Ronaldo. I said, ah, Ronaldo doesn't want to be here. He wants to be somewhere else. Maybe
Yeah,
because of the death of his family member, he just wanted to just relax and, have time off, or he just wanted to just enjoy some holiday. So I didn't really see his
yeah,
head, you know, uh, deep down there in that Manchester United camp, and for the team itself. So I couldn't really phantom the goals coming from him. Sancho, yeah, he's pacey, speedy. He can
yeah,
run into that 18-yard box and get some good runs around there. But his end product hasn't really been productive, at least in the last two games we've seen him play. Apart from the game against Liverpool, he has not been scoring the goals. Neither has he been making those good runs.
yeah.
Where do you think the goals will come from? And do you really think that Rashford scoring a goal, on Monday, do you think it really does anything for his confidence at all?
Yeah, yeah, it does something for Rashford's confidence, but I'm not getting carried away about Rashford yet because even in that game, it's not as if he had a very good performance. He got the goal, and after the goal, he had a couple of dribbles and the rest, but he didn't really have a very good performance. So we can't get carried away with Rashford. But what I noticed with Rashford is, like I said, a part of the issue we had was Martial versus Sancho throughout the preseason. They understood themselves. They were playing really well and fluid. Then Martial got
Yeah,
injured. You could see what Martial can give when he came in that game. The touch for the Rashford goal, the touch and his movement on the ball was fantastic, and he laid the pass off to Rashford. Rashford got the goal. So you can get the understanding at like around those three players: Rashford, Martial, and Sancho. And that's why I feel Ronaldo coming into that team, he can't do what Martial can do because he is not a very young player. He can't do the dribbles and the movement. He can only give him the ball, he will score the goals for you. So I think
yeah,
Martial is very instrumental into the way we want to play, and he will help other players around him, the likes of Sancho and Rashford. But like I said, we have to see the Southampton game. If we have a good performance and we get the win, then we can build off that and let's see. I'm just taking it on game by game basis. We don't
game
have to
by
get
game
carried away.
basis.
Even if we go to Southampton and we win by 3 goals to 1, I don't want to get carried away. We take the next game and let's see how it goes because the games are coming thick and fast. They're coming thick and fast, and because of the World Cup, there will be a lot of games
Yeah.
to play before the World Cup. So we just have to take it one game at a time. And I feel the performances will improve. It won't be as worse as the Brighton and Brentford performances.
Well, Ola, I don't really think that Manchester United has the right to be excited at this time or being carried away at this time. It's only Arsenal that has the right
Yeah,
to be
true.
carried away at this time. Of course, me and you will still talk Arsenal because this is a rival show. Let's check these comments that are here. Mm. Liverpool midfield was in shambles on Monday. Tony Gerrard TV. Thanks for staying late up, guys. I know this is a back-to-back header for you guys. Thanks for at least staying late with us. Liverpool midfield was in
Uh,
shambles on Monday. Crystal Palace actually gave them torrid time last week too. Man United have whipped this same Southampton 9 goals before. I just want to see entertaining game. What do you
uh,
think from that comment from
yeah.
Tony Gerrard TV, our big friend for this station?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. That's the point. We like 2 seasons ago, we won Southampton 9 goals to 0, and it was a very good game. Like with
I was
Southampton,
out.
you don't even really know what to get. Sometimes they have a very good performance, and sometimes they also have like bad performances that you might think they are going to relegation, but they pick up back again. But they
Yeah,
have some good players in James Ward-Prowse, Che Adams, and they will surely pose a threat to us. But I feel coming off the Liverpool game, I know we can't get carried away, but it's Liverpool. They're one of the best team in the league. Midfield, no midfield. We won them in preseason, and everyone was shouting it's just preseason, 4 goals, this and that, and we could replicate that in the league, winning them 2 goals to 1. The 3 points is what matters, and it doesn't change the name Liverpool. So, in record, we won Liverpool 2-1 this season. So we just have to take this momentum and
yeah,
the level of performances we gave in this game. And I feel if we can play the way we played against Liverpool, against Southampton, we'll surely get the win in that game because Southampton won't be able to stand the pressure the way Liverpool were still able to manage it at some point because they had quality players in Van Dijk as Alejandro Robertson at the back. But you can't compare the quality of their players to the quality of the players in Southampton. So we just have to take that same intensity into that game. And
Yeah.
believe me, I feel we can get the result and take it up from there.
Okay. Amy Baba says here, I'm looking forward to Man United game after Fulham. Yes, we'll also talk about that Arsenal game too. Amy Baba. Tony Gerard says here again. Let me put that question up. Uh, okay, this was the one from Amy Baba. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
Man United game after Fulham, and then Tony Gerard says here. Reports coming out tonight is linking Ronaldo to Sporting Lisbon, like 90% done, just waiting for Anthony signing. What do you say to that, Ola? Okay, Ola is hello, Ola, are you there? Ola's connection is having a problem. Ola, are you there? Are you there, Ola? Hello, Ola, are you there? Ola's connection is giving us a big problem. I think is out. So Amy Baba was saying, I'm looking forward to the Manchester United game. Amy Baba, me too. I'm also looking forward to that Arsenal Fulham game. And you see, yeah, Arsenal has to have the consistency because I just had Mo from Never a Foul Football, and he came here and he was just talking to us, the show, uh, about what he feels about the Arsenal team, and I still see him as someone who doesn't want to give Arsenal the credit that they deserve. Of course, I like him as a person. I like his kind of analysis, and that's what he feels. But I still think that Arsenal has the chance this season, to really go on a consistent run of games. Ola, you welcome back to the show. Your
Yeah.
connection
Thank
had a
you.
problem, so I had to continue with the
Uh,
show. So
no
let's
problem at
get
all.
back to Tony Gerrard.
So
What Tony Gerrard
Ronaldo,
said
yeah.
here. Reporting coming out tonight is linking Ronaldo to Sporting Lisbon, like about 90% done, just waiting for Anthony signing. So, what do you think about that?
I don't think Ronaldo would love to go back to Sporting Lisbon. Ronaldo is someone that we know is very competitive. He wants to
Yeah,
be in a team that will be challenging, not a team that like 90% they will be out in the group stage. Even with Ronaldo, Sporting Lisbon and 90% they'll be out in the group stage. So he wants to go to that team that he has more chance of like going to the quarterfinal, the semi-final, and even maybe the final. So that's Ronaldo for you. So I think the links
yeah.
with Sporting Lisbon 90% done, I think it's just rumors that are just coming out.
It's
And
rumors, right?
the thing and the thing with this game is Ronaldo sitting on the bench in that last game has like it sparked a lot of rumors here and there and allowing every journalist want to just bring out news and everything. And you could see in that game that Tenag even he made a statement by bringing Marshall in 45 minutes and brought Ronaldo in 84th or 85th minutes to show you that he wants players that suit his style. Ronaldo will play at some point, he will get his goals, but he can't get that regular playing time again in this Manchester United team. And I think that's what is even best for him. Because age-wise, he can't keep playing all the games at 90 minutes. He needs to rest a little and come in, get the goals, just come in and out of the team. And I feel that's what Ten would do if Ronaldo stays. He might leave,
um,
he can go anywhere, but we don't just know.
Ola, see, there's something about coaches that that we as podcasters or we as critics always we always have a problem in that particular area when it comes
Yeah.
to when coaches lose. We're up there, shouting out these coaches, bringing them down, and giving ifs and if not. Why didn't he make changes? Why didn't he bring players? Why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that. Looking at that game against Liverpool, Manchester United on Monday, I really want to credit that game to Ten Hag.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, even more than the players themselves. The way he managed that
Yeah,
game, and his game management did not start during the game. It started before the game with the players
yeah,
he introduced. Uh, uh,
yes,
I'm putting the first team sheet for that game. Uh, Fred. Most coaches in Manchester United always have this belief that Fred should always start.
yeah,
He brought in Fred, in the second half. Marshall in the second half kept Ronaldo in the bench just to teach him a little bit of of a lesson and go with the crop of players that really want to focus on football and really want to play for the club. To what extent do you give Ten Hag the credit for that win on Monday?
yeah. To a very huge extent, but at the end of the day, the players are the one that will implement whatever the coach has done in training or has said. So you have to give,
But if
yeah,
Ten Hag doesn't if Ten Hag doesn't take
yes,
control of the team, they will
yeah,
run him
true.
ragged. Yeah, yeah, they will keep losing. They will
Yeah,
run him ragged.
yeah. Like I said when we started the show, I said it took a lot of balls to bench Maguire, who is your captain, Luke Shaw, and even bench Cristiano Ronaldo in the game. Before the game,
Exactly.
everyone like a lot of the so-called England pundits, they were just waiting for us to lose that game so they can blame Ten Hag for everything and anything going on in Manchester United. But they were
Yeah,
shocked to see the performance, and they were shocked to see us win that game playing well, playing good, and enjoying the
very
football.
good.
So like with Ten Hag, he has said it. You have to earn your spot in this team. Your performances will show if you are going to start the game or not. We might not be we might be surprised if we see Luxor starting the next game. It depends on what the coach is saying in training, how good these players, what they are showing. You can't just come and stay in this team without offering anything or doing the pass that Maguire will always start all the games, even when he has the worst performances, he's starting the next game. But with
Yeah,
this, is that it's passing the message that even if you are my captain, you can't have shit performance. You should be the best. You should be the player with the best performance on the pitch, or you sit on the bench and watch other people play. And that is why we have vice captains. And the captain armband is just an armband. You can give it to anybody as far as the team is performing. I don't think. I
exactly.
don't think because you are a captain, we should give you an excuse to have bad performances. Because in that case, what are we showing to the other players? So as a captain, you're having excuses and excuses and excuses for bad performances, but other players can have. So as a coach, if you want to instill that discipline, be it Ronaldo, be it Maguire, you have to make it something that it applies to all the players. And that's where you're passing the message. And football is a team sport. It's not just about one person or one captain or one player. It's about the team. And once the team comes together, they can always achieve a lot.
Definitely, Ola. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Ola, Manchester United is facing Southampton, isn't it? In your
Yeah.
next game.
Uh,
What do you think is going to happen in that game? Like, be very
I
objective
think
with the way
I think
Southampton play.
yeah, like Southampton going to and they are at home at St. Mary's Stadium. It's going to be a really tough game.
It's a tough.
But I just have a
Of course,
feeling,
you know the fans in Saint
yeah,
Mary.
it's St. Mary's, yeah,
Oh my God, they are very. Oh God, they are very
yeah.
tough
But
people there. You know,
what I want in this game is we've seen that these players, if they want to play, they can put in their performances, and that's what they did against
if they
Liverpool.
want to,
So
if they
so
want.
we want to see that same level of performance against Southampton. And I feel if they can give that same level, then surely we will get a win. It will be a slim win, not a 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. It might be a 2-1 win or a 3-2 win, but I think we'll get the win against Southampton. But it depends on if the players are putting in that same level of performances because we can see a shit show from these players that day and we end up losing. But I just have a feeling that coming off that Liverpool game with that performance
Yeah,
and with the likes of Maguire, Ronaldo just having on the bench, even the players
yeah,
that are starting will be ginger to play well because if you don't play well, you are going on the bench the next game.
yeah,
So
definitely.
everybody in the starting lineup now wants to prove a point, wants to show that I earn this position to start in the next game. So I feel
Yeah.
we can get a win, but it'll be a very slim win of like 2-1 or 3-2 or 1-0 win.
So you're now even thinking of a win away just because
Yeah,
you won against
sure.
Liverpool.
It's Liverpool. It's not. See,
You guys are so
I
funny.
see. No, no, no. It's not about being funny. It's not about being funny. The same way in the last show, Moment was talking about Arsenal winning against who? It was Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, and it's not Liverpool. It's not Man City. It's not Chelsea.
Okay.
The same way you are proving the point to me now that we just won against Liverpool. Liverpool is not just a just team. They are one of the best in the league, regardless of their bad form this season. They
Are
didn't
you
start well.
serious?
Then yes,
A Liverpool team that could not
they
beat
didn't start.
Crystal
They
Palace,
did. They didn't start well this season. That
could
doesn't
not
make
beat
them the
Fulham.
worst team ever. That doesn't make them the worst team ever. We know this Liverpool side they are a good side, and this Liverpool side they can still end up making top four, even get coming second in this league this
Yeah,
season.
that's what
It's
Moment
football.
said. They still
We still
believe in
have
Liverpool somehow.
we still have 35 games to go. Anything can happen at any point. Injuries will come up. Okay, if other teams are getting injured and Liverpool get their first team back and they are playing good football, they might close all this gap we are talking about now in no time. So for now, Liverpool are still a good side. They still have Salah, they still have Diaz, they still have Firmino, they still have Van Dijk. It's not as if they suddenly have Conor Cody or they have one shit player in their defense. It's still the quality players. They just have to step up and improve. The league is getting harder every season. All the teams are stepping up. So even the top teams need to step up.
What would be the,
Again,
because we need to use about more 10 minutes or so to discuss about Arsenal. So what do you think will be the scores in that game against Southampton? What's your prediction
I
for the
think
game?
I my prediction will be 2-1 in favor of Manchester United.
2-1. Okay. All right. When I'm waiting until when me and you come up for the show, the post game show. On
Yeah.
I think Arsenal is playing on Saturday, so it will be on Saturday. If Arsenal is playing on a Sunday, then the post game show will be on a Sunday. So Arsenal is playing on.
Let me
But
confirm that.
when is
Arsenal,
Manchester United playing?
Arsenal playing on Saturday. Manchester United is the first game. 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, and that's another issue I
Oh,
have because the 12:30 kickoff is always a little bit somehow. But I feel
Manchester
it can
United don't
either
like early kickoffs.
yes, and it's not the Manchester United. Even with Arsenal and that 12:30 kickoff, there's always something behind it. Either you
Mhm.
win and you win convincingly, or you lose convincingly also.
Yeah,
So
convincingly
so that's why
also
I feel we have to be on top of our game against Southampton to get that win.
against
And
Southampton.
Arsenal is playing 5:30 on Saturday, so Nigerian time. So
Yeah,
that
Nigerian time. So
it should
yeah,
be
that
after the
that'll
game.
be a
Yeah,
very, very good one. Okay.
yeah,
Um with Arsenal now, Arsenal top of the league, league leaders, 100%. As you know,
yeah.
I
True.
keep saying this in all the time to everyone.
No,
100
you have
100%.
to say it.
You know,
Tony. What's there is
yeah,
you have to enjoy it while it lasts. It might not
exactly.
last any longer. So now you can still saying you are at the top of the league every day.
Top,
Fine, it's fine.
we're top of the
There's
league,
no need to be
man.
ashamed. And
Exactly.
when it goes the other way around, you say it too. It's
You
just
say
be ready. Just be ready for it every time. Yeah.
so. So you're actually praying for it to go the other way around, Avi? Okay. Well,
I'm a
let's go.
rival. What do I pay for? Should I pay for Arsenal to be winning? No. I hope they lose their next 3 games. I end up in 17 also.
You see this. You see why I didn't want Manchester United to win this last game, eh? It's because of people
Like
like you.
I
Suddenly you
didn't
have
expect
confidence to come and,
yes,
you know.
yes. But that is what a win against Liverpool will give you. It's give you that confidence to talk to it because I as a Manchester United fan, I have to enjoy this win also because it might go bad against Southampton. So if I don't enjoy the win for this Liverpool game now and I lose against Southampton, then back to my normal reset. So now
Back
I
to
have
your
to
normal
enjoy
reset.
this. I have to enjoy this win in any way I can.
Okay, Ola, Arsenal is playing against Fulham this weekend on Saturday. What do you think of that game? Of course, Fulham has actually been, they've been either winning games or drawing good games. They have
Yeah.
5 points, from 3 matches. They've scored five, conceded four. They are seventh position in the league, just behind
Yeah.
Newcastle and Brighton. Uh, they come into Emirates Stadium where they don't usually have much luck, but they are coming from a win against Brentford, one of the hardest teams to play in the
Yeah.
Premiership. They've
True.
drawn against Liverpool, a very, 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 very good draw with them. They have Mitrovic that is seriously on a high right now. He was the one that scored the winner in their last game against Brentford.
Yeah.
The way he heads the ball, the way he brings in other players and helps the offensive play of Fulham. They have one guy
Yeah.
again, Paulinho, who plays at in their
Yeah.
defensive
Polina,
midfield
yes,
area.
it's a new signing and he has been very good.
Very good player, and he also scored a goal against Brentford. Also,
Yeah.
these are technical good players. Do you think Fulham has a chance of overturning Arsenal in the Emirates Stadium? Moment said that Fulham are gonna get bashed at the Emirates Stadium. What do you think, Kola?
Yeah, yeah, I asked this point. The fact that it's the Emirates Stadium, after coming off winning 3 games on top of the league, the fans are buzzing. Everyone is happy. Like the atmosphere is what I think will determine that game. Because Fulham, they've been good this season. They got a couple of
Yeah,
points. They got point of Liverpool in the first game of the season, which no one will like imagine that happening. But it happened. And the thing is, I feel Mitrovic is going to be a huge threat to the defense of Arsenal, and we will start seeing the threats and the test for the likes of Saliba, the likes of Gabriel, because Mitrovic is a very physical guy. We
very
know
fit.
we know the way he plays, and it's very good with his head. You have to be careful because Fulham's pattern will be their aim will be putting in crosses into that box from the Cordova-Reid and the likes of maybe Andres Pereira, a former Manchester United player, just trying to give Mitrovic the opportunity. And you know, if Mitrovic gets the opportunity, he will score. So it's going to be a very good test for Arsenal, but I think Arsenal will edge it with a win because it's at the Emirates. Arsenal fans are like they are on top
Yeah,
of the world. Like with you, even you're on top of the world right now because you just keep saying you guys are on top of the league, even though it's just 3 games in. So the fans are buzzing, everyone is happy, the players too are happy, they are playing and enjoying what they are doing, not with the fear that we have to qualify for top four or we have to scrape a win. They are just enjoying the football, which is very
yeah,
important as a footballer. So I feel Arsenal will get that win, but they just have to be on top of their game because Fulham, you can't if you underage these teams, they might end up getting the shocker and then maybe getting a goal and they defend and that's the end of it. But I think Arsenal will win this, being at the Emirates and coming off the first 3 wins of the season, they will make that win. They'll make the win 4 against Fulham.
Hmm. So what's the score line you're looking at here, Ola?
I'm looking at 3-1 in favor of Arsenal because I think Mitrovic might sneak a goal or any other of the players, but I think Arsenal will win by 3-1. I would love Martinelli to score and maybe give it Jesus and just even though like I will always appreciate Fulham getting the win or giving them a 2-1 win and just taking off that 3 points. So at least all these Arsenal fans will calm down. We thought yeah, we are on top of the league and we are clinic on you get. So we just have to know. So see, because reality will set in at some point. Arsenal might play well and end up losing that game. Games like that, you might have 90% possession and Fulham nick a goal and they defend and that's the end of the game. We've seen games like that. So at the end of the day, Arsenal need to be on top of their game and take their chances because so far this season they have been creating the chances and taking them. So they have to take their chances because you might not have a lot. They might be very defensive and want to eat you on the break and end up getting a goal. So, but what's your prediction about for the Arsenal game?
Hmm. You know what? Ola, somehow I am looking at that game as a very, very tough game for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking at it as a very, very tough game. And I'm not going to say 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. I think Arsenal might just scrape either a one goal win, hardly
yeah,
contested, hard one,
yeah,
or it,
yeah.
or a two-goal win. Yeah,
But
either
I
a
feel,
one.
but I feel the
It could
advantage you
even
guys
be a
have is
draw because see,
that
man,
it's at the
see
Emirates, and
these
I
new
feel
guys.
that's
I
that
know,
would be a huge
but
part.
these new guys, see one thing people don't really understand. Mind you, it was this same Fulham team that took away goals from Liverpool. These
Yeah.
guys are ready. Like it's not like other seasons, man. These guys are ready. They want to prove a point. Maybe for the first 5 games, they want to prove a point. They want to first get some good points so that they won't be fighting relegation. When it comes to when they are 20th game, 25th game, so they want to come out offensive. They want to start playing. They want to rake in points. So I'm not too carried away with this Fulham stuff, but Arsenal might just nick that 1-0 win or 2-0 win.
But
I
Tony,
think it's a lot harder than people think.
yeah, it might be. But the point I'm trying to tell you is, if Arsenal are on top of their game the way they have been in the first 3 games this
Yeah,
season, I see Arsenal winning convincingly against Fulham, because if Arsenal are on top of their game, they will hold the ball, they will move the ball better, they will
yeah,
create the chances, and they will score the chances. But I think with these players is, can they keep that level of performance every game? Some players
every
like
game.
tend to have a bad performance, or maybe missing a couple of chances, and it might go on from there. But if they bring in that level of performance the way they've been, and being the top of the league, winning the first 3 games, when the likes of City are joining against to Newcastle,
Yeah,
Liverpool are joining to Fulham. And that's why I kind of want to attack other fans that are saying it's just Crystal Palace, it's just Bournemouth. Liverpool due to Fulham, Man City due to Newcastle. So it shows you how this season is going. No one
yeah.
is afraid of anyone. Anybody can nick points off anyone. So you have to be on top of a game. Even if you are going to Nottingham Forest, you have to be ready to play, because if you don't play well, Nottingham Forest might end up getting that win
Eh,
against you.
Even
So you
Tottenham.
just
Yeah,
have to,
exactly. Yeah,
yes. And even Deji, I'm waiting to get Deji back next week. And hopefully I'll be on that show, because Deji was
yeah.
talking the most
You're
before the
going to
season
be there. You'll
started.
be coming to
And
the
so far,
Minority
and
Report.
so far, and so far this season, fine, they've gotten 7 points, but their performances haven't been convincing at all. Their performances haven't been good at all. They are just opportunity to get the one goal they needed against Wolves, against Chelsea. They scraped the draw. Maybe the first game was kind of convincing, but the second game and third game was not convincing at all. They were able to get the point, and that's the influence of having a coach like Antonio Conte. Even when the games are not going well, they can always get a one new win, get the 3 points, or get a draw against Chelsea. And they've not really had any fantastic performance this season. And Deji was talking like they are winning the league. He even said it. He said they are winning the
He
league.
said that they're winning the Champions League.
They are winning the league. They are winning the Champions League. Imagine Deji, a Tottenham fan, because they have Conte, and they have some players saying they are winning the Champions League. I'm like, where
Can't
is he getting
believe
all this?
this.
And
I,
at some point,
Ola, we need to get the clip. We need to get the clip of that.
yes, yes, we should get that clip, because at some point I was even feeling intimidated that, okay, he has his points that they have good players. Okay, they brought in Richarlison, they have Kulusevski, Son, Kane, and all these players. But these players, what have they done? Have they
Yeah,
proven this at that level that they are good enough to
at that
to
level.
win the Champions
Yeah,
League or even win the
I
league?
don't think so. I don't think
They've
so.
never been
I
contenders
don't think
of the
so.
league. Like, they made top four last season, fine, but they've not been making top four consistently.
Yeah,
So then you just want to jump all of a sudden to winning the league. But that's for DG when he's around. Hopefully he can
that's
come
for
to
DG. Yeah,
my next week,
and I hope you'll be
next
in
week.
that show with us. Of course,
Yeah,
me and
yeah,
DG might,
hopefully.
we might talk for about 40 minutes or 30 minutes. Then you can be able to join in.
Yeah,
Or at any time
okay.
you have time, you will
Yeah,
likely join
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Okay, good. What's your prediction for the match that Manchester City will be playing? I think who is Manchester City
Manchester,
playing next?
Manchester
Manchester
will be
City.
playing Crystal
They're
Palace.
playing a very important match.
Yeah, yeah, very important
That's a
match,
very,
and
very important,
yeah,
very
and
important one.
yeah, very important, and
Yeah,
I see people saying Man City will most likely win, but they are forgetting the fact that Man City, Crystal Palace got 4 points off Man City last. They won them and they got a draw the second leg of that game. And Crystal Palace, if they are when they are up for it, they are up for
when
it.
they're
And Eze and Zaha, they've been looking
easy,
really good this season. And
bro, you know the drill, man.
this Master side is not as if they too, they don't really look settled like they are. But
Yeah,
don't be surprised if Master wants to start, they can go on a 10 game They are on the 12 game, 15 game one.
twelve game.
But
It's
this is just the
normal,
beginning of the season, and I think if Man City will win, they can win convincingly. But Crystal Palace can always nick either a draw or a win against Man City.
bro.
Yeah,
Man,
so I'll go.
bro. Gone are those days where all these teams would just open their legs for Man City to pipe
Yes,
them.
there's no walkover anymore.
I don't think so. All these teams are ready. Look at Nottingham Forest. These guys are ready. They are
Yeah.
hungry. The way they are running, Fulham, all these
But
guys.
Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest they will have issues at some point because they've gotten in a lot of players and they will have issue blending in. Fine, if they can try to stay in the Premier League this season, fantastic for them. They already have the squad of players, but they are bringing a lot of players. And once you bring in 50, they've gotten like 14 or 15 players already. That's more than first 11. So
Nottingham
it will be
Forest is
hard for the
10th.
coach to.
They have
Yes,
4 points. They have four
true,
points in three
true.
games.
But last
They've
season, don't
scored two
forget,
goals and considered three. They've not
don't
got
don't forget
yeah,
last season, Brighton were on top of the table during the beginning of the season. A lot of these teams were first, second. They won their first 3 games, won their first 2 games. They were
yeah.
buzzing and all. That's normal. But when you will start judging this table is maybe after the World Cup. Let's see the position that everyone is in, and then we can say maybe Nottingham Forest is fantastic. They came into and all that. But for now, we can't get carried away because it's just 3 games. They might end up losing their next 4 games and end up in 19th position. That's the way the league goes. We know how our league is. But I feel though all these teams they will pose more threats than we can expect to all the biggest teams this season, and we are already seeing that.
Ola, honestly, look into this Chelsea matter for us because
Yeah.
it's becoming something more than me. Chelsea
Yeah.
went into they went to Leeds last weekend and they chased them out of the park with 3-0 bashing of Chelsea. Now, Chelsea did not only
Yeah.
leave that game losing that game, they left that game with a man down, and not just a man down, a very, very, very important part
Yeah,
of
important.
their
Yeah,
game.
Koulibaly.
In Koulibaly is missing.
Yeah.
Koulibaly is going to. It was 2 yellow cards, I think. So it's not a straight red card. It's a 2
It's just
yellow cards.
it's,
So
it's
he's
just
just
a
going
one
to
match.
miss a
So
match.
yeah,
But
match suspension. Yeah.
but do you know what is going to happen if Chelsea loses their match against Leicester at home and Koulibaly is going? The next
But,
match they go into is Southampton in
yeah.
Southampton's home in St Mary's, and then they now have West Ham. So you can imagine.
So that's what I'm saying. See, this season the games are coming thick and fast, and there's no time to sleep up. Once you sleep up, you might end up seeing yourself in the 15 positions on the position on the log. But what with Chelsea, the Leeds game, last season under Bielsa, Leeds
Hmm.
was like the team that all the big teams were waiting to play because you get your goals. You might end up
Yeah,
winning them 5 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals. But with Jesse Marsh coming in, he has tried to make them be disciplined, not just attacking, but playing well defensively and going
yeah,
forward. Well, you also have to improve. And the players he brought in, they are actually fantastic. The guy that nicked the ball off Mendy, Harrison, he played very well in that game. We saw Harrison playing very well. So he's trying to make them more cultured. Under Bielsa, just attack. Even if they score, you can keep attacking, which it was good to watch because you enjoy the football, but you
yeah.
concede a lot of goals when you're playing against the bigger teams. Even the smaller teams were getting 3 goals against Leeds. So, but with Jesse March, it's a different, it's an attacking approach, but the different style being more defensive. But with Chelsea, I like. See, most people don't really know Chelsea are going through a transitional process. Also, they also got new
Exactly.
owners. A lot of their players, like Christensen, has left. Rudiger, a lot of their players, like even Alonso, wants to leave. Their midfield, Kante is
They
not the
even want to
Kante of
push.
three
They want
years
to push
ago.
out Kovacic, and they even want to push out
Yeah,
Pulisic. They want to throw these
yeah,
guys away. You know.
yeah. Kante is not the Kante of 3 years ago. Pulisic, he hasn't really integrated the ground running in the Chelsea shirt. Same with ZH. Kovacic has been good there and there. Mount performances has gone down from the way it was when he came into the team. So they have a
Exactly.
lot of issues in their team. And I feel Thomas Tuchel also, he has a lot of work to do with this team. Because I let's not be surprised. He might end up getting the sack. If it was under Abramovich, just expect him to get the sack anytime soon because the performances are not looking really good, except
Yeah,
against Tottenham that they played well. And in that game, we know traditionally they play well against Tottenham,
yeah,
and most times they get the win. So coming off that Tottenham game with that performance and going to Leeds and having such a shocking performance was beyond what anyone could explain. And I feel
yeah.
now going into Leicester without Koulibaly, Kante is not really on top of his game.
I think
Even
he's
at
still injured.
even
I think Kante is
yes,
injured.
yes, yes,
He's
he's
actually
injured now.
injured. Yeah,
Even
he's injured.
they don't have a striker. They have did you say Shayavet up front? So they don't really have that threat.
No
That
number
threat.
nine, no striker.
And even Sterling has been shocking in this first day game. Fine. It's early days. He's a good player. We know he has it in him, and hopefully he improves. But so far, his performances has been really poor. So we just have to see an improvement in Chelsea performances. Leicester are not the best of teams. Now, Fofana won't be playing because Fofana is training with the under 23s due to his request to go to Chelsea, and they have Evans. Like I don't feel, but Leicester, as bad as they are, if Madison, the likes of Vardy, likes of even maybe Iheanacho, if these guys, if they are on their game, they might end up getting a win against Chelsea, even at Stamford Bridge. But I think Chelsea still have the advantage because Leicester, they are not in the best of form. They've not really hit the ground
So,
running this
so,
season. I
so,
don't
so
think
what's your
Chelsea can get the
prediction for
result.
that Chelsea game in the weekend?
For that Chelsea game, I would go a draw. I would go for a draw in that game. Maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw in that game.
One,
Because
one or two
I
to
don't
draw.
really think Chelsea and Leicester, they both are not really convincing for me now to pick
Convincing,
a
yeah,
winner from that game. Yeah.
exactly. Okay, I will just run you through the Champions League draws that just happened.
Yeah.
Liverpool is in Group A with Napoli, Ajax of
Yeah.
Amsterdam, and Rangers. What do you think in that group
Uh,
stage?
it's like Liverpool fans should be happy with that group having Napoli, Ajax, and Rangers in the same
And
group. It will
Rangers.
it will be it will be a very easy game. Also, it's the Champions League. Every team that is in Champions League deserves it. They work for it all through the season to get to that position. So you
Who
can't
do you
just
see?
write
Who do
anyone
you see? Who
off.
do you see coming out from that Group A as
Uh,
qualifiers?
I see Ajax and Liverpool because of the type of football that Ajax
What about
plays. But
Napoli? What about Napoli?
but see, fine. I understand the Napoli part, but I don't think Napoli has really been convincing their performances from last season up to now. Fine, they
Up to
fine
now.
they can nick that Ajax spots because Ajax they've lost a lot of players. Most likely Anthony will also be coming to Manchester United. And once they lose Anthony, they've lost like one of their best players in that
One of
team
their
right
best
now. And
players
they've
in the
lost a
team.
lot already. So those type of the transfer window too will tell on them at some point. So I think Liverpool should qualify from that group, but the second one will be within uh, Ajax and Napoli. But I think Rangers will either go to the Europa or just don't qualify at all.
Okay, in Group B, Club Brugge um, is also with Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, FC Porto. I'm fancying FC Porto, Atletico Madrid.
That's the group that I'm not sure if we've seen a group like this in a while because all the teams that are there, there's not really any top team there. Even though Porto, you can argue Porto and Atletico Madrid are kind of better than Club Brugge but I think like you said, Porto and Atletico
But
Madrid should be able to qualify
Bayer
from.
Leverkusen could
Yeah,
still cause some little
Bayern Leverkusen could
damage.
still. But if you look at history in Champions League and all, and Atletico with their defensive style, they might end up just drawing, winning the games one nil until they qualify. So, but I think Porto and Atletico Madrid should be able to qualify from that group.
In Group C, Plazen uh, is with it's an Pizen, okay, is
Yeah,
with
Victoria Pilsen.
Victoria Pizen is with
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, Inter, and Barcelona. What do you think?
Uh,
that's the
uh,
most difficult
yeah,
group, right?
but it might be the most difficult. But Pilsen should be the easy team for everyone to beat. But
It
with
hurts me
I think
because any of these
I
teams can be able to go to the Europa League,
yeah,
and I don't want
but
any
but
problems in that
yes,
Europa League. I
yeah,
want to win that league.
but at the end of the day, I think Bayern should be able to qualify from that group easier
Okay.
than Barca. So I think the second
Okay.
spot will be within Barca and Inter, but I think Bayern should be able to qualify from that group.
Why is no one putting Inter in that conversation? I really think Inter
Yeah,
has a
yeah,
good team. They will
yeah,
cause
yeah. That's
problems.
why I said. That's why I said the second position will be within Barca and Inter. You know what I'm saying that because
Maybe
Bayern,
not Baka because Baka have good firers right now.
yeah,
They
yeah,
have good
true.
strikers on board.
But see, but look, okay, look at Bayern. Bayern lost
Yeah.
Lewandowski, and throughout this season they've been scoring. They've been eating fours, five, sixes in the first three games they played. They've scored like
Yeah.
is it 15 goals in the first three games they played. So it shows that now with having someone like Mane playing, then Mane is enabling other players around him to score. Whereas before you get more of Lewandowski scoring all the goals. The likes of
Exactly.
Gnabry, the likes of Sané, now they are beginning to score goals. So you get more goals from that Bayern team. And if Bayern want to score, they run riots on you. They get 7, 5, 6. That is the way they
Yeah.
score. So I think
Yeah.
Bayern should be able to progress from that group
Amy
easier than
Baba
Barca and
here.
Inter.
Amy Baba here is still with us, man. This guy, he
Yeah,
never sleeps. He never.
big up him,
He's
Baba.
never like. How do I put it now? He never like used to be awake at this time for him to follow us in this show at this
Yeah,
time.
big
Amy
up him,
Baba,
Baba.
thank you very very much, Baba. We thank you.
Yeah,
He says here, the price Ajax placed on Anthony is ridiculous. Is it due to
yeah,
the fact that Man United is desperate? Ola, answer that question. You're the Manchester United guy
yeah.
here.
It's like
That's your
what I would
question.
say is it's just as if with our owners they love to panic. Anthony has been on that list of players that they now got from the beginning of transfer window. They could have
Yeah,
gotten him for 50 to 60 million during the beginning of the window. But now the issue with Ajax
yeah,
now is they sold a lot of players.
yeah.
Ale, Gravenberch, they sold Martinez to us. They are cheaper. They've lost even their coach. They lost our coach to us. They lost their coach to us. So they've lost a lot of players in that team. And now they have a new coach. They also want to compete for their league because PSV are a good side and PSV are posing that threat to them. They won the league by 2 points last season. So now they've lost basically almost all their quality players and they don't want to lose Anthony. The league has tired. Anthony has played a couple of the first two of the first three games. He played really well. He got a goal in the second game. They are enjoying his performance. He's like one of the very good players in that team now. So to lose that player when the season has started, now they
Yeah.
have to get a very huge amount of money for him, unless it won't be worth losing. So that's a fault on our part. We could have gone for this deal and got this deal done earlier before they lost a lot of players that they've
That
lost. So it's
they've
just the Glazers issues of always waiting till the end and panicking and being desperate. And at this point, you are desperate. So you have to pay the.
good.
I'm seeing the news of 94 million for Anthony. I love him. He's a very good player, but he doesn't want 94
Ridiculous,
million.
man.
It doesn't. It
Ridiculous.
doesn't want 94
Um,
million.
uh,
And
let,
when he comes in, it should be added pressure on him because
added
of the
pressure
price
and
tag,
another
which
Maguire
which
again.
which is very bad.
Another Maguire again. Okay, let's go to Group D. Group D: Tottenham, Marseille, Frankfurt, and Sporting Lisbon.
That's that's
Tottenham,
that's
Marseille,
that's
Eintracht
a very good group.
Frankfurt. Huh?
I think that group will be a group that will shock most people because the Tottenham fans
Mm,
I saw expressions doing doing a reaction about that and doing a reaction about that and saying it's going to be an easy draw this and that. It is not going to be
okay,
easy.
it's
That
not
draw
going
isn't
to be
going to be
easy.
easy. Like that group will be easy for Tottenham because I feel Etihad, Frankfurt, Marseille, these teams are teams that are basically in the same bracket as Tottenham. If you look at
Yeah,
it, same bracket as fourth, fifth position in their leagues, and they also play good football. So that in I don't think we can really predict anyone gets out of that group easily. But I think with the Conte factor, maybe Chelsea,
mm.
maybe Tottenham will be able to grind out the wins anyway. But it's going to be a very interesting group. But I will still see Tottenham and
Man,
maybe
that group
Marseille.
has some fighters, man.
Yes,
Marseille,
yes, yes.
Eintracht
Yeah,
Frankfurt.
Marseille.
Well,
I try Frankfurt.
let's see what happens.
Let's see how
But
it goes.
again, I don't want Tottenham to come into
Yeah,
uh,
so they
groups
rather
into
qualify
I don't want them to
end
come
up second,
into the
Europa
Europa
League.
League. So this is perfect,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yes, yes.
It's
It's a
what, in
perfect
fact,
and
I want them to qualify from this group so that they can play
I know the issue
the.
with this. You know the issue with the teams in the Europa League now is if the likes of Inter doesn't qualify, you see Inter coming to the Europa League if they end third. You see Napoli coming into the Europa League if they end third. You see someone like maybe Tottenham if they end third. So the Europa League won't be as easy as we all think it will be because we all want to go for that Europa League and possibly we can get top four from winning the Europa League,
from
which is
winning the
which is to
Europa
be which is to be either in the likes of Inter, Napoli, and to those other players or those other teams coming to the
team
Europa League
coming
to be
to.
either.
Okay. In Group E, Chelsea, Salzburg, AC Milan, Dinamo Zagreb.
That should be Chelsea. Chelsea just should be able to qualify from that
Do
group
you think? Do you
convincingly.
think with
No,
the
no,
way Chelsea is playing right now?
but you know one thing I know a madness will happen in this transfer window before it ends for Chelsea.
Okay,
I know
yeah,
Todd
because
I know
because
Todd,
Chelsea is
Todd
thinking
Bowley
of
will
bringing
do
in
a madness.
Aubameyang into the team,
Yes,
and it might come
I
before
know
the
Todd
window
Bowley will do a
ends.
madness. I won't lie to you,
Okay.
the amount of money Todd Bowley is spending on players is ridiculous because he got Cucurella for 65 million. Now he's going for Anthony Gordon. Anthony
Hmm.
Gordon, I don't find he might be a talented player, but what has he done
He,
to
he
warrant
is. He
60
actually
million?
is actually.
He's a fantastic player, but for 60 million, I don't see what he has done to another price. But now we know the way the market is now. You have to pay
Yeah.
high to get players. It's like in
You
this
you
time,
just have to.
Saturday will be closed in 6 days now. 6 days
It's
from now. So any player I getting in now is going to be on the price is going to be on the high. So,
on
but I
the
think
high.
Togboli will do a madness of getting to a couple of players in for Chelsea.
Okay, but in that same group, Group E, I'm still Salzburg, AC Milan.
AC Milan, yeah, AC Milan, AC Milan should be.
AC
But I think
Milan, Salzburg.
Salzburg too. Sal is about that. So I think Chelsea should be the one I might
It's
think
a
should be
it's
able
a
to
dicey
qualify,
one.
but
It's a
it's still
dicey
very
one.
dicey. Very dicey in that group.
Okay. In this one, Real Madrid, Celtic, Shakhtar Donetsk, and RB Leipzig.
You can say Real Madrid are winning that group already. So the second and third they should be fighting for it. The Leipzigs and the Celtics should be fighting
And
for
the
it. But I think
Celtics.
Madrid Madrid should
This is
qualify
a
from
very,
that.
very interesting one, yeah. Ola. Manchester City, Dortmund, Sevilla, and FC Copenhagen. What do you think?
I think
It's
Manchester
a dicey it's
City
a dicey one, man.
is that one also, but I think Manchester City should qualify from that group easily. I think with the squad they have, they should qualify.
With the
But
squad they have, yeah.
Copenhagen, who else on the group? Dortmund and
Copenhagen, Dortmund, and Sevilla. And mind you,
Sevilla. It will be
Haaland came from FC Dortmund.
it will be a battle because Dortmund has been shocking. Even this season, they lost their last game. They were winning 2-0 and they lost that game 3-2 to show you how shocking they are now. So I think the likes of Copenhagen and Sevilla can pose a very huge threat to Dortmund. But I think Man City should qualify from that group
Good.
easily.
And for the last one, this is a huge one, man. Paris Saint Germain,
Hmm.
with Juve, Juventus, Maccabi Haifa, and Benfica.
Maccabi what? Maccabi Haifa is gone. Let's just forget about Maccabi Haifa. We just have three teams in that group. Maccabi Haifa is gone. But I think with Paris Saint Germain, with under this their new coach Christophe Gaultier, what's that? Yeah, I think that's his name. Under this new coach, they've been playing. I think the players understand themselves better, and that's why they scored a
Okay.
lot of goals this season. They scored a lot of goals. The
Yeah.
likes of Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, the understanding is better. The movement, they know where each players are at the right moments. They are getting the chances and they are scoring like a lot of goals and they are scoring brilliant goals. So I think if they continue that way, it should be a easy goal for them. But Benfica, I think Benfica might edge it above. What's the other team in the group?
Hmm. Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus,
Yeah.
Maccabi Haifa, Benfica.
Yes, I think Benfica might edge it above Juventus because Juventus they had a very bad season last season. They ended up
Last
qualifying to
season.
the Champions League, and even this season they've not looked convincing. This season also, but there's still a lot of games. They hopefully they improve. If they improve, fine. It's going to be a very tough test with them and
Yeah.
Benfica. But I think PSG should qualify, so it will be within
PSG.
Benfica and Juve for the second. And this also adds to the problem of the Europa League because if you have a team like Benfica coming to the Europa League or Juventus coming to the Europa League, it's going to be it gets tougher for the teams in the Europa League. So that's why I feel Arsenal fans should get carried away because last season you guys didn't have the Europa League and this season you guys have. And once the Europa League starts, we have to start playing Thursdays and Sundays, and then
Hmm.
your squad depth will be important.
Will
And
be
then injuries
stretched.
coming, and it's now show it's now you now have to prove if the team is really good enough to survive the injuries and all. So it's going to be a very long season for everyone. We just have to sit back and enjoy the season as it goes.
Okay. Ola, thank you very, very much. I've taken most of your time. And of course, you know me
Thank you.
too. I bro, from work early in the morning and then had to, come prepare for the show and then talk to Mo. And then there was a technical problem. And then, we had to do different changes again.
Yeah,
Work early in the morning again, bro. It's not easy, man.
yeah, it's mad. Yeah, yeah.
So,
But it's what we
but
love.
at least
This
tomorrow
is we love football.
is
We
what
have
we
to
love.
we
We
have
love
to
football.
we have to break down the news and the information
We have
to
to break down
to
everything,
our
man.
viewers and everyone watching, and we have to tell
Exactly.
them just keep liking, subscribing, sharing the videos, and
Thanks, man.
just supporting the channel.
Yeah, definitely. Ola, we have to come back for the post game show on Saturday.
Yeah, on
That'll be a very,
Saturday
very
night.
big
Yeah,
one because it's a
a very
big
big
one
one.
because Manchester United is playing tea time and
Same Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal are playing that day. So basically, it's a rundown of the top of basically all the top teams that are playing.
it's a big one. It's a
Except
make or
Liverpool,
map
it's gonna be a
period.
big one.
So we
And
have to come
hopefully,
back and we'll be with
I
Ryan
hope,
Maguire.
yeah, yeah, and hopefully the results are good for all of us. Unless the banter will come with the banter again as usual. Okay,
Exactly.
every this season, what I'm sure of is that everyone will get the banter. The Chelsea fans that were bantering me when I lost 4-0, lost 3
Lost
goals to
3
me against
nil
Leeds, and they could not talk. So you should expect the banter going round, no matter
going
how
around.
long it takes. The banter will go around to even the
Everybody.
Arsenal fans. You guys just sit back and enjoy the moment,
Everybody
and
go
we'll be
chop
coming for you.
breakfast, Abby.
Everybody go chop breakfast, my brother. That's the spirit.
Ola, thank you very, very much. And
Yeah, thank you very
thank you for
much.
coming to the show.
Thank
Please,
you.
guys, my American fans, when you wake up in the morning and start watching this, please add Ola, is on Twitter. Ola, can you say your Twitter, please?
Yeah, underscore the United Farm, and on
Underscore.
Instagram, the United Family One on Instagram.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Please join him in his socials. He's a very, very big part of this channel,
yeah,
and we love him and we want him to keep coming and keep doing analysis with us, man. Ola,
yeah.
see you on Saturday, and thank you
See
very,
you.
very much, man. See you,
Thank
everybody,
you.
and thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah. Thank you. Bye.